Hello and welcome back everyone. Welcome back to another video. I'm Artics Gaming, and today we're going to the truck cemetery here in Stalker Gamma. I've done a bit of upgrading, found the parts I was looking for, so now I've managed to upgrade the sniper rifle to the deer hunting version. The main difference is its scope range is longer, so I just want to get lost here for some reason. I want to test this now and see how effective my range is going to be. As you know, I've been using that shotgun for quite a while, and it's proven very effective, to be honest. I haven't removed or disassembled it yet. I've still got the P90, like it's still a favorite gun of mine. I'm going around in circles, aren't I? Which way do I need to go? I need to get to here. To get to here, I need to go through there. To get through there, I think I need to get in here. Yes, here we go. So yeah, I'm still using the P90 because I am actually I enjoy the P90 since I have been playing games, and since I was first introduced to the P90 in computer games. It has actually been a staple for me for one of my favorite submachine guns, to be honest with you. Don't know why. I could imagine things like style, versatility, ammo, everything like that. It's like it's a very fun little submachine gun. But I also would be honest, the one rifle I would love to play around with as well is the Springfield. If I could get my hands on one of those in real, unfortunately the laws on my side here will not allow it, but I'd love to get my hands on one of those guns. Even though it's called the Thumb Smasher, there's just something satisfying about firing off a run in the air that bing, as the cartridge ejects itself. It's outdated, but fun. Famous and fun. I mean, that would be a fun one to play with, yeah, put a scope on and everything. But unfortunately, I don't think it's actually been... I know there is mods that can give it to me in this game, but I don't think it's been implemented just yet. I think I pressed the wrong button. And here we are, Truck Cemetery, Truck Central. Now, my name is those two special stashes, but I also want to go through here because not only do we got a lot of anomalies out here, but it's actually got a very nice creepy atmosphere to it, I would say, depending on the environment. And you got weird things. Look at that. Flying electricity. So, where shall we start? We'll go down here. Wait, hold on. We want to go down here. Yes, because from here, it will take us to the warehouse. Really? The warehouse? Okay, it'll take us to the warehouse. I'm quite surprised about it. I thought it would take us here and then to here. Because then we will travel through to the monolith place and start with the scorches. That's going to be a fun mission in itself. I'm doing it again. I forgot to check what I was looking at. That, got it. Remember what I was looking at? I'm sure there's an anomaly out here as well. Excuse me if I sound a bit nasally today. Unfortunately, it's been a lovely bit of dusty weather this side, which has caused, well, sneezing. Lots and lots of sneezing. Okay, somewhere out here, but I feel it's in there. There it is. Would you look at that? Another one. Where do I pick up... The moment I don't need it, the moment I'm not looking for it, is the moment I start picking up those weapons like crazy. Don't ask me why it happens. But still, the P90 is actually a rather difficult weapon to find. I will be honest on that one. It's playthroughs. Like I said, I've done dozens of playthroughs in this game. Many different versions, you could say, of this mod, of the upgrades over the period of times, with add-ons and stuff being removed. And the constant I can say is that out of the playthroughs, I think I've had 3 of them we have picked up the P90. And although it hasn't lasted long in that sense, I wouldn't say it was due to anything abnormal. It was just, unfortunately, it's normally by the time you find this gun, you're already finding other weapons which outclass it. And best example I have for that is, going to the monolith now. And when you go to the monolith now, not only do you find a ton of submachine guns, but you find a ton of rifles, heavy duty machine guns, long buttons. There was something green there. Think it's an anomaly? Yes. It's a whoop. It's a ghost anomaly. What does it do? Seriously. Okay, it does hurt, but that was weird. Ah. I just wasted a whole pile of ammo for these guys. No, don't attack me. Even though it's got a lot of ammo. See, unfortunately, this is what I mean. Like, by the time you find this gun, you're already hitting monsters which are unfortunately quite powerful. So yes, fun, I enjoy it, I will stash it away somewhere safe, but unfortunately eventually it will get to the point where, yeah man, here it is, it'll be outdated. I mean, look at this, another one, even another one of these guns, and I've actually found a sniper scope for this. Not as effective as this. I think damage is higher. Damage higher? No, damage is lower. But yeah. And more of these. Is that the last of the special stashes? Yes, it was. Just want to check something. Where does this go? Army warehouse. Army warehouse. How do I have 3 that take me to the same place? Okay. We're going to look for some artifacts out here, so we'll carry on exploring out here for a bit. Whoops, wrong button. Shouldn't be a problem, it's only zombies. Zombies can be dangerous. Remember, I always say, double tap the zombies. Friend or foe? Or am I being affected by the zone? I swear I saw a pair of legs underneath this thing. Oh, hello. Shotgun ammo. I've still got that shotgun, by the way. Aha. Ooh. What is that? It's an enemy hiding behind the bush. So hopefully get a headshot in. Oh! Don't know if that's one of the suicidal ones. Yes, it's one of the suicidal ones. Remember, as I showed you in the previous video, how those guys can actually make your character commit suicide. It's pretty terrifying. Yo. I still love the size of these helicopters. I don't know if you guys remember a game, old game, Operation Flashpoint. Used to play it back in the day. It was, you could say it was basically, it's like Army 3. Oops, wrong buttons. I heard that. It's basically like Army 3, but the way older version of it. And one of the fun things about that game was one of the first introductions, I could say, not too so much to modern technology in games, but the ability to use modern military equipment, both weapons and vehicles. And you could actually generate your own maps for multiplayer. Now, back in the day, internet wasn't as heavy as it was today, and you could quite literally wander around. I think I see someone. Bandit. Looks like I was spotted. Proving very effective, this gun. Talk about disrupting my train of thought there. So anyway, Operation Flashpoint. So it was a game which actually allowed you to use a lot of modern day equipment, ranging from ground vehicles to air vehicles. I wouldn't call it the first game. Definitely wasn't the first game to implement such a thing. But it was one of the first games that I played that gave you the versatility and realism for it. Army 3 copied that formula. I have played Army 1. I've never played Army 3. I know there's a lot of videos actually out there. And it actually was, from what I could see, pretty decent on how they did it as well. But as I was saying, so Operation Flashpoint allowed me to fly helicopters, and it actually gave a really nice feel for flying helicopters. And at first I sucked, as with any game. When you first try something, I mean, you suck at it. There's no way you can say that you're the best until you get used to it. Like this, for example. I have now been playing this game for quite a while, and as you can clearly see, I'm actually getting much better at leading my shots from where I used to be. I did it again. Now, excuse me there. So now, one of my favorite equipments to use in Operation Flashpoint, or one of my favorite vehicles, was the Russian-made Mi-16. Now, for those who are not too sure what the Mi-16 is, it's actually I think that's the Mi-19, these big ones here, but it's a variation of that size of helicopter. And both troop transports, as well as would normally carry an armament of, I think it was fear-fire missiles, the fast-firing missiles. Not guided, dumb-fired, of course. But the amounts you could do, I mean, like, I think, okay, Operation Flashpoint allowed you to carry, like, I think it was about 192 of these missiles. And I would be honest with you, I would quite often just fly that thing in. I'd create my own levels. You could actually create scenarios as well. I think I've walked into the next scenario, yeah. You could actually create scenarios as well with it, which was quite entertaining. And I used to have it where I got really good at creating maps, and I'll have like a settlement, and I'll have enemy tanks that would invade that in settlement. I would have civilians in it. I'd create objectives. I would give a base with every single imaginable equipment you can get in the game, from basic, literally a motorbike and a civilian car, to tanks, big heavy duty missile launchers, helicopters, and even jets. And you could pick whatever equipment. I gave a delay of about, I think, like 20 minutes, normal real time 20 minutes, for you to get from the base to where you started this mission. And yeah, depending on what you did and how you set it up, quite often resulted in very, very interesting playthroughs. Oh, it's around here somewhere. It's most likely flying. Come on, where are you? Uh-oh. There it is. Anyway, like I said, so it gave quite... Ow! It gave quite interesting playthroughs. And I will be honest, one of my favorite things to actually do was take the MI16. I would get up quite high up in the air, and then I would come down at high speed, because you can actually drop it down if you're using mouse for your controls. Okay, you can to pick your heights up and down, and you use your mouse for your pitch levels. And I would literally pitch this helicopter down. Oh, I should actually clean up some of my stuff here. I would pitch the helicopter quite heavily down, and I'll drop myself just before the tanks entered the village to open fire on, well, both the civilians and the advancing enemies in those bases. And I would unleash a barrage of these rockets. And yes, I often resulted in causing more damage than anything else, but I would swoop in low, high speed, and actually had a speed gauge on these helicopters. Like, I would get it to 120, nearly 130 kilometers. I'd unleash nearly around almost 100 missiles, and I would just hammer these tanks. I came down, smashed up a whole section of these tanks in a row, do an almost 180-degree turn, and you could do it with it. And that was another thing. If you got really good, you could do a 180-degree turn with these helicopters. And I would quite often do that. These guys are shooting at something, not too sure what. And so I'd swoop in low, smash the tanks. I'd then do a 180-degree turn, and then I'd fire off the rest of the missiles at the tanks I missed. Now, in the beginning I couldn't do that sort of moves. When I started getting better at doing those moves, because when you do things like that, the way you pitch the helicopter, the way you turn your helicopter, you could literally go from 120 kilometers in speed, dropping it massively down to around 20... Yeah, between 20 to 30 kilometers before slowing down almost to 0 kilometers. And yeah, you could unload behind these tanks, just ripping them to pieces. And it was actually quite fun. I must actually play it again. I think I still have it. I just haven't played it in a long time, to be honest with you. But that's mainly due to the fact that... yeah, it's modern technology. I've no idea if it's been improved. I think it has been improved. I still have it on my computer. Maybe that's... You know what? Maybe that could be another thing. Episode. I might just do that as a future video making. Yeah. I don't know how to think about it. Okay. I think I should have all the versions of it. It's old, but as a future video. Just for the fun of it. Because it was actually a very fun game to do. I've just thought of a whole new series that I'm going to be building up. Might take me a while, so give me time for that one. And yeah, I think I know. Yeah, I definitely think. It's nice when you can think of things like this. It's like 3 in the morning my side, and I'm thinking of things like this. Thankfully, this side here, it's a public holiday, so it's fine. I can actually sleep still later today. Weird how things work that way. Weirdest things. It took me this long just to get a video going, and you wouldn't believe how many it takes when I say to getting a video going. I'm sure for those who make video and content, you would quite understand what I mean when I say, like, sometimes it can actually take quite a bit. can I suppress this? Actually, now I think about it, I can suppress it. Do I want to suppress it? I'm going to buy a suppressor for you. Because I actually thinking suppressing this rifle is not a bad idea. Let's go slug rounds. I did it again, me in the back. You know what? It's going to take me a while for that, to be honest with you. I don't know why it's taking me so long. Let's suppress you. The reason I'm suppressing it, because I'm going to be going into the monolith areas. So I want to actually be as quiet as I possibly can when I start taking them on. And then when I get closer to the base, I'll switch over to more louder bang bang guns. By that I mean I'll actually most likely switch back over to the shotguns. Okay, sold all those goodies. Our next stop is actually right here. No, is it? No, we're going to the radar station because that's where we need to go next. Although, like I said, it's like 3 in the morning when I say yeah, you could hear that in my voice. Sleep is getting to me. So maybe what I'll do, I don't know how. Oops, excuse me, my word. I don't know how exciting this one has been. We've done a bit of raiding. I've done a bit of yabbering. I love yabbering. I can yabber on forever if I'm not careful, depending on the topic. Brain went blank. Don't know what happened there. Brain went blank. Okay, let's go to the monolith. It's what we'll do is we'll go take over the monolith base. That's going to be my objective. Once the monolith base is under control, we will then... yeah, then I think I will call it there for that run. Yes, I know I'm in smelly gas, dangerous place. And then in the next video, we will begin our brain scorcher defeat. I should... well, yeah, I don't actually have much protection because the cheats, yeah, I haven't done much to actually really focus on the protection of my character against certain things. Here's another thing I must point out to you. Especially if you guys are going to play this game unlike me. You're going to play it properly, you're going to play it hard. You really need to balance your character's defense. And one of the most important things is being able to remove poisons, radiation, bleeding, and other forms of anomalous effects. Of course, my word. You're not careful, you get taken out very quickly. Now, there's actually even a feature to turn on in this game where during the day, you can suffer from radiation due to the sun. Okay. You want me to head off, but we're in the radar station. It's now 1923. In-game time, which means we are going to be heading off into the dark. Now this is where the real action begins, I'd almost say. Yeah, my Gaga counts are going crazy. Not only do we have monoliths, we have these things again. Uh-oh. So, for those who don't know, that's a chimera. I think it's a chimera. Yep. They kill you in one shot if you're not careful. Powerful, decent... takes a lot to deal with sometimes. I'm going to be running out of ammunition very quickly in this round. I think I must get a slide and sniper rifle somewhere along the line. Like, I really don't know if I need to switch back to the shotgun though. Now you might be asking me, why am I saying I want to switch back to the shotgun? Oh, excuse me, the stopping power. And what I mean by stopping power, it's just so solid to the ground. Oh, excuse me, where's these all coming from? There's something out here. This is what I mean by this place can actually be creepy. There it is. Wrong one. That was the right one. Now I can't switch to my night vision yet, I think. Oh no, I cannot. I still haven't adjusted the grammar correctly for the night vision. It's way too bright. You need pitch black darkness really to make it effective. Now, I don't want to turn on my light, because like I said, I'm heading to Monolith Helicopter Red Forest. I'm heading to the Monolith area now, and yeah, it's going to be quite a heavy firefight from here on out. See, these things are bigger than the MI-18, so I think this is the MI... Wait, is it the MI... No, it's the MI-17, I'm sorry. Oopsies. It's the MI-17 that I'm actually talking about. And I think, like I said, I think that is the MI-19. Yes, I thought that was the game, and that was actually my dogs barking. Okay, now I need to get across here, and I think I have taken the wrong route. I have definitely taken the wrong route. No, wait, now we're getting close. Yes. Now we're getting close. Now I gotta be very careful because I've got to run along this whole line. I can't squeeze through here that I'm aware of. But they're gonna be on the other side of this. And yeah, like I said before, if you play the original Stalker unmodded, these things are a lot easier to deal with. Whereas compared to... Yeah, I've given myself away. Whereas compared to now, the AI is a lot better and a lot more complex. I can hear him on the other side. I might actually switch over. There's a sniper rifle and shotgun. What? Why is there a fence here? Can I jump it? Okay, time to be sneaky. Yeah. Sneaky, gone. Didn't last long. What the? What happened there? Now I lost sight of him. Wait, there he is. See, there's the advantage to the sniper rifle currently. it's got muzzle velocity. That muzzle velocity, which is this thing here, muzzle velocity and max range, is very, very useful for hitting targets at long range. But downfall, yeah, like I said, downfall is damage. Right now I need the range and the muzzle velocity, but I also need proper sights. They see me, I don't see them. That was a miss. That wasn't a miss. Oh no. I'm gonna be assaulted by creatures if I don't get rid of this guy. Now finding the guy is the question. Hopefully he doesn't come back. Now I want to switch to night vision, but yeah, it's still too bright. Oh wow! Let's see. Night vision gives me this. Did I hit him? No, I missed him. See, now, if I was using the shotgun version of this, I don't think I would be able to hit them at this range. Now, one thing this game has got going for it is not only range, but it's also got drop. See that I hit him in the chest rather than hitting him. I was about to say, almost the other thing I forgot about this game, and what they've done very nicely, is they introduced holes. Now, you may be asking to me, what do you mean by holes? Well, basically, it's as you saw with that other guy. He was behind the concrete, but there was gaps in the concrete. Those gaps there, and I put a round through that and straight into the guy's head. So yes, that proved pretty effective. Should be getting closer. As you see, I'm gonna start picking up a lot better weapons. So, unfortunately, like I said, the P90, as fun as that gun is, I don't think it's gonna last me too long. See, that's the guy I shot through concrete pillar. I'm just wondering right now, something I must actually take a look at. Where is it? Okay, there's my normal shotgun, 198. This one, 147. See, there's my max range velocity, max range and velocity. I think I need to actually keep an eye out. Oops. Okay, so I think I need to keep an eye out for a standard twin barrel shotgun as well, which can hopefully fit a scope on it as well. Maybe I can create another version of the shotgun, scoped shotgun. Oops, I hit something poisonous. Okay, we need to turn on night vision. What's up this way? I missed this one. But we're getting closer to this. This is going to be our fun times. Because we're going to basically come round. We have to go in a tunnel, but this is going to be guarded like crazy. There's guys this side, so I think I'm going to handle these guys first. And then from there we'll head back to that base. Is there holders in these fence? No, there is not. So as I was saying, I'm thinking maybe I must find another double-barreled shotgun. Put a scope on it, if I could get a decent scope, an adjustable scope especially. I'm too close to electronics. Sorry, electronic anomalies. Because if I could get a decent scope, I can actually make a pretty powerful sniper shotgun. Because, like I said, these solid slugs can be very dangerous. Now, there is actually a much more powerful solid slug shotgun available. I found it once before in another playthrough back in the garbage dump. Was it the garbage dump? No, it was after this area, actually. And literally in the description it says gun was designed with the intended purpose of putting slug rounds through solid engine blocks to stopping cars. And you can imagine the damage that thing can do. Downfall was that, yeah, I don't think it could be put a scope and advanced very far. Got myself another base. Like I said, you never know what you find out here. I found all sorts of things exploring into odd areas. So I say there's a stash here, but I can only see the one. Oops. I hate it when it does that. Let's actually clean up some of these things. Don't need that, don't need that. Could have kept that actually. Don't need that. Now that I think about it, there's actually a pistol I'm looking for. I've also, again, only found it once, the Desert Eagle. I'm sure all of you know that gun. Yo. That would also be a very good replacement for my submachine gun. The only downfall is the speed of the rounds, because, yeah. It's not bad, does a lot of stopping power, but fire rate, you know, it depends. What would actually be nice, something to implement into something like this, is instead of having two guns, carrying guns, you create a 3-pack. So you can carry a main rifle, like sniper rifle or heavy rifle. You can carry a submachine gun, and then you can carry a pistol. That is doable, I would say, especially this game tries to focus on realism, okay, but it's using original software for it, but it focuses on realism. But I'm sure you could add something like that. That would be a nice thing to do. It gives a little bit more versatility and allows you just that presence of being able to use different weapons, because that's the one thing I will admit. every time I play games, whether it's a brand new game that's come out or an old game that's come out, the one thing I enjoy, especially when it comes down to being able to modify games, has been the ability to add more weapons to it. Now, one game I can... Ooh. I did not see that coming. I was using yabbering and I did not see that coming. Ah. Grenade. Now, let's be honest. You would not be able to do that sort of thing if you were cheating. Sorry, let me rephrase you. You would not be able to do that sort of thing if you weren't cheating. Yeah, anyway, what was it now? I was thinking... Oh yes, modifications on games. So, one of the things, for me especially, is... I'm going to use Skyrim as my best example of this, because it's also a favorite game I enjoy playing. Favorite game I enjoy modding. I think I see something big down there. Are you guys all monoliths? Yep. Have a grenade. Yeah. This is what I mean by monolith being very dangerous. Okay, anyway. Before my thought got interrupted. So, before my thought keeps getting interrupted, yeah, while I'm busy getting attacked. So, I played a game, Skyrim. I'm sure everyone knows Skyrim. Fun game. Well, for me it's been a fun game. But the one downfall, if you've played any of the Elder Scrolls series, especially if you started the Elder Scrolls series, the one thing you would take note from is from the original first 3, I would say. No, actually original first 4, because you can do it in Oblivion. You had the ability to create spells for your game. Okay, you had to work off of what you were originally given. But if you learnt magic, and at some point you would pick up more magic spells, you could eventually put these magic spells together and create new magic spells. And quite often, more than not, I would end up creating some crazy spells, which would either have very big area of effect, especially in Morrowind. There you could go massive, like massive, you can go massive. And it really depended on how good your mana and other stats were, but you could make... No, you could literally make a spell that could do like a 500-meter radius damage, and yes, some of the things I got up to with those spells, in the end of the day, I would be making spells that would really be ridiculous. Unfortunately, Oblivion put a limit on that, but you could still make those sort of spells, and it actually gave that versatility that you wouldn't often get from games, and I think is one of the things that actually sets Skyrim apart, is that you had the ability to create new spells, not so much new equipment, but you could change existing equipment. And one of the things Oblivion had was lots and lots of equipment. Sorry, not Oblivion, Morrowind. It was actually many versatile things that you could do with it, and you could really had lots of equipment. And the one thing I've always enjoyed, especially about games like that, is when you can choose. From light armor, you'd have like 5 variants. Medium armor, you would have 5 variants. Heavy armor, you had 5 variants. Weapons as well. I mean, Morrowind had crossbows. For those who have not played Morrowind, Morrowind had crossbows. Morrowind had throwing weapons. Morrowind had spears, I might add. This guy got caught in the fence. And yeah, like I said, something you don't see often, something that was actually disappeared from Oblivion's side when you started Oblivion. Crossbows were removed, as a matter of fact. I know mods have actually brought a lot of that sort of thing back in, if you're still playing Oblivion. But yeah, it removed it. Spears was removed. They went to basics. Now, I will be honest, Morrowind has still used the, what would you call it? You could say the dice roll form of setup for attacks. Meaning that if your level of proficiency in a weapon wasn't strong enough, you would not be able to hit your enemy. Didn't apply to spells, but it did apply to normal handguns. Doesn't really. It did apply to normal machine guns. Machine guns. It's because I'm firing away at enemies here. Did I get him? I have no idea. Anyway, ow. I'm being shot at while standing in an anomaly. That's it. Smartest way to do things. Uh-oh. Maybe I should kill these guys first and then I'll continue that train of thought. Yeah, like I said, yeah, this is where things get airing. Oh, thought I reloaded. I sure I could set up auto reload for this game, but I actually enjoy that it runs out of ammunition, you have to reload it yourself thing. Sure, it's coming from down here. See a storm coming. Sorry, I have to check. Looks like there's a storm coming. That's why my night vision got better. These guys are actually picking up allied weapons. Now, I don't know if you remember from my first couple of videos when I said head torches are in extreme danger at night. Well, now you can see the reason why. Well, like night vision, they can't technically see you. Or they're not supposed to technically be able to see you. Someone else is shooting me from somewhere. I'm amazed I don't die more often in this game. I mean, you seriously look at this. If I was playing without cheats, I would be dying so often. Especially when I get later, gets into these later stages. I mean, it's yeah. There's a body around here somewhere. I hear you, I don't see you. Anyway, like I was saying, I die so quickly. Is it because I just get shot? And I stand there getting shot. You're supposed to use defense, stealth, and all sorts of other skills against some of these areas. I don't like to walk. He's dead. I think someone used a grenade. So, train of thought. While we have a break in the chain of thought. So, like I was saying, Skyrim, you had tons of weapons. Skyrim, let's say, Morrowind, you had tons of weapons to choose from. It actually, for me, I've always felt having a lot of weapons, equipment, and armor to choose from gives a game a lot more versatility. Even if it's still the same thing you can play over and over again, but being able to be a light character, use light equipment and armor, and being able to use different looks and styles of light equipment and armor. Missed. Being able to use different equipment of heavy armor and weapons. Magic. Being able to not only create your own magic, but also being able to make that magic ridiculously powerful. They were quite fun. Now, Oblivion, while it did remove a lot of those sort of features, it still allowed you to make magic. So I say, you and me. Should I switch guns? Never mind. Now, one of the sad parts is, in Oblivion, the only way you could create more magic was you would eventually have to join the Mages Guild, get to a certain level. Once you got to that certain level, you could then make as much magic as you wanted. You still had the same basic spells, but you could vary those spells, and you can change the sorts of damage those spells did. Literally everything from the mundane to like health damage fireball. So it could be a fireball that does area of effect and has health damage that lasts 5 seconds, causing 10 points of health damage. Like that I keep saying I get better at this and then I miss the targets. Twice. I have picked up a ton of guns. I'm really going to have to go through all these guns. Okay, I'm going to switch back to... Where is it? I'm going to switch back to this for now, because I need some... Well, I need range. I need some heavy hitting power. And like I said, this thing's got some heavy hitting power that I need. Because now we're getting into crazy territory. Oops, I keep hitting this thing, so I need to lift that up, actually. Every now and then you're going to hear a bunch, and you're going to go like, what was that bunch? What happened? What did he do? And it's like, I hit the microphone with my hand. Okay, I think I missed a body. So, anyway, carrying on with my rambles. If you're still listening to my rambles at this point, I appreciate it. Must be another body. There's 2 bodies. Yes. So, Morrowind and Oblivion had those features, but yes, unfortunately Oblivion, when it came out, even though it still kept the spell ability to create your own spells, it removed the amount of equipment and weapons. I mean, you lost your crossbows, you lost your spears, you lost your throwing weapons. Did you lose your throwing weapons? Yeah, you lost your throwing weapons. And thankfully, the one thing that they always done pretty well is they allowed for modability. And I will admit, that's the one thing I enjoy about a lot of games, modability, because it allowed for users like me to add more to these games. And like with Stalker here, if you play the original Stalker, my word, believe me, yes, it's what put me into the series. My word, it was fun. But at the same rate, it had limitations, and those limitations actually became quite glaring at some points. And now if you ask me what limitations, well, one of the limitations is actually how the guns worked and fired. Believe me when I say it didn't work like this. It literally was little green balls or red balls that you would see flying around, barely do any damage, and accuracy would be having these bullets fly in every direction you can think. You wouldn't be able to use the shotgun like this, like how I'm using it currently. Well, wouldn't be possible, well, it wouldn't be impossible. It's just this range here. Take a look at this. 90% of the time you'd most likely miss your shot there. Even though modification upgrades to your weapons were in the game, although they were only implemented in the second version of the game, I'm really finding some better weapons. It failed. What the? Didn't I pick up your body? Oh no. So anyway, where was I? This is the tiredness coming in that's unfortunately causing all of this. If you guys are wondering why I'm rambling like I normally wouldn't. Because body needs sleep. And the person who's giving his body sleep is not me. Yes, a lot of these guys are using rifles. I can guarantee you after this, my whole entire loadout is going to be different. Am I hitting a tree? I'm hitting a tree. I think he hit another tree. Ah, I got one. So, anyway, where was I? Right, Stalker. Stalker Gamma especially, they gave modability. People worked really hard to give that. Uh-oh. I know that sound, that's the sound of an emission. We better find shelter fast. There we go. Did you blow yourself up? Okay, while we wait for the submission to finish. So yeah, mods have been a great improvement to a lot of games. I think it's actually one of the best things that was implemented, and giving players especially access to the code to allow them to, wow, that's dark, to use said functionality has actually proven very useful. It's really extended a lot of games, and like, you know, now I'll go to Skyrim. Skyrim and Stalker, which are very old games, have had a massive improvements in gameplay capabilities simply because you could suddenly modify the game. You could add extras to the game. You could change things in the game. Is someone seriously on the outside of the storm? Yes. I don't even know if I'm hitting this target. I think I got him. What did I? Anyway, mods had massive functionalities to the game. Gives great improvements. Allowed for so much more to happen. And Skyrim is actually one of the best examples I have of this. So Skyrim unfortunately removed the capability to create your own spells, which I was highly disappointed with. Yes, a lot got changed, and in that sense on animation and how you would spells worked, making it just that tad bit difficult to actually implement that sort of thing. Not that it was impossible, it was just, I'd say, difficult. I hear you. Die. Right, I still need one of you. And you need to die for me. Get a grenade. Did I get myself with my own grenade? Yeah, I think. So anyway, my crow is gone. I went to blow up the crow so I could get the crow because I haven't identified that thing yet. And he's gone. Whew. So anyways, like I was saying, mods gave extras to games, extras that didn't exist before. And as I was saying, weapons, availability, magic, all those sort of things is what makes a game more playable for me. Yes, extra missions add to that extra fun, but just being able to have 5 variations or even 6 variations of light armor. And yes, you can have a little leeway in how much defense and protection it gave depending on its equipment type. But even then, it was just nice having that ability, having different weapons, having everything. And I was happy that Skyrim brought back the crossbows, because crossbows have actually also been a very favorite in games for me. Now, I've gotten off topic here because, like I said, I've done a ramble. This is a ramble one. This is my first official ramble video. Let's call it that. I think I must actually remember that, if I remember. How long has it been? An hour? It's been an hour. I would. It's been an hour. So it's now, yeah, just over 4 o'clock. I'm definitely going to have to call. Okay, I'm not going to do the entry today into the place because I am going to be out of it. Body's fallen somewhere and I don't even know where, and I don't even know where I am. There's a body. And yeah, so tiredness, making videos when you're sleepy, never ever a good idea. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It means you actually get a level on the side of someone that you've never heard of before. Yeah, I think that other sniper rifle is a lot more powerful, but I've picked up a ton of weapons now. And I mean a ton. So I'm most likely going to go through them. I'm going to see which ones I want to keep. Hey man. I mean, look at all of this. Oops. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for tonight. I am tired. I am falling asleep. So, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone enjoyed my rambles. I don't know if I finished my rambles. I can't even remember what I started with and where I ended up. I know I was talking about Skyrim and this game and mods at some point. So, I'm somewhere along the line. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed themselves. And I'll see everyone in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful evening and good night. Or in this case, a good morning.